Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Folked
Not live. It's not live.
Live.
This is the Get Folk podcast, pre-recorded from this particular area of a room.
Yeah.
At an undisclosed location. And that particular area of a room in an undisclosed location
Does have a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory feeling to it, where the thing goes through cleans. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hello and welcome to Get Folked. I'll continue my conversation a bit. This is a casual listening podcast. But it is anchored.
Too casual.
Very cash. But anchored in our love of folk music. A love that goes deep down to the very, very socks we wear. And my name's Andrew. I've forgotten the rest of it now because I went ad libbing again. I'm not born to lib.
It doesn't help that I keep interrupting, I think, as well. I feel like I'm part of the problem.
That's
for sure.
Okay. My name's Andrew. Just keep going back.
They can never take that away from you, Andy. That part you'll always have.
I'm reclaiming the name Andrew. The name Andrew's been fucking put through the toilet a little bit over the last couple of weeks and months. I gotta bring it back. Well, Mr. fucking Prince Andrew, I'm seeing my name all over the place. Getting ripped to pieces. I can't remember if my mother fucking named me after actually Prince Andrew. I'm not 100% sure of that.
I'd be surprised if Mary was a closet royalist like that. That'd be weird.
She told me once, but there was some Andrew going on in the world. I think that she said I like the name Andrew because of X, but I can't think of which one it was.
Because of the guy who molested all those kids.
She's just like,
she didn't say that to you.
Would you look at him? Sure, he's got the head of it.
You know. So, no, I don't think that sounds weird. I don't think she would have.
She wouldn't have known
royalty
it back then, but it would.
No, but like royalty,
the royalty.
Yeah. You know, that like a nod to royalty. I doubt.
1980s Ireland, though, it's a brave. Andrew would have been considered, I guess, a bit of a kind of a. I guess there was a few Andrews going around, was there?
I don't know any other Andrews actually. I don't think I do. Jesus, probably an Andrew listening to this now. You know me, you stupid bastard. I just can't. Oh no, I do know another Andrew. Sorry, I work with another Andrew. He'd be about the same vintage.
Okay, all right. So there was something going on. There was some looker of an Andrew going around.
You think so?
Postman Andrew.
Maybe. And well, like I was struck by how much the name Edward could be ridiculed, how creative kids can be with that one.
Like, really? Why? What did you get?
Eddie the Egghead was kind of the classic go-to.
Fat Eddie.
I was never accused of that. But the Egghead one followed me around for a few years as a kid.
Eddie the Egghead.
Yeah, I mean it's class. It's a really good one.
I guess it works.
It's so vague. It's so vague, but it could mean anything. But it's definitely derogatory. It's not a compliment.
Andy Pandy.
Eggs. I like eggs.
Oh, I know you like eggs.
Yeah.
But only 2 a day though. Only 2 a day.
Only 2 a day because
Andy Pandy, sugar and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. Got
underage
that a lot.
Girls.
He was also underage, which meant it was just young love. So it's
okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
It hasn't been said to me recently. That's something.
Yeah. You go by Andy though. I always called you Andy.
You did, and but I think I don't know what way I am over here in Berlin. I think it's more Andrew. I don't know. I guess then the circle that you would have welcomed me into, I'm probably still Andy, but I think most of my work colleagues, it is Andrew. There's no
okay.
Andy, when you introduce yourself as Andrew, there's not many people that will switch it over to an Andy just to test out the waters, and I'm going to try out a cool new nickname for this guy.
Yeah, that needs to accompany like a good hearty slap on the back.
Yeah.
When you switch the first time you use it, if you're introduced somebody as an Andrew, if you're going to try out an Andy, you'd want to be both like in like just after playing some sports or after going through something. You know what I mean? You'd both want to have gone through something together, and where it's brought you closer, like a shootout or something
Yeah.
like that. Some
Exactly.
sort of life-threatening situation.
the shootout of death.
I don't know, something that's brought you closer together.
Interesting
Especially
enough,
especially if you've just been introduced to each other as adults, because you need to bond very quickly as adults to get to that Andy stage. I think so. You need something big. Any thoughts on that?
No, I just kept. I just. What you're kind of your waffling had just had me thinking of the first time a good friend.
None taken. My waffling.
Your
bullshit.
Your bullshit was it just reminded me of when a good friend of ours, a podcast regular in our terms of regular podcasting, as in they've been on twice possibly. Has Aaron been on twice?
Yes.
Twice. I think that's freedom to use the name whenever I want, willy nilly. Well,
it depends on what you're about to say.
Well, no, it was more that she called up the house once because I met her in college in UL, and what do you call it? She called up the house once and asked for Andy, and I can remember my mom saying, "Andrew, there's some bitch on the phone looking for Andy." In a joking way, as my mom would always do, just like, knowing that she's heard the name Andy and just going to have a bit of a slag about this. But I can't remember if Irene heard it or I told her afterwards that she said it. But yeah, it's she never let it go. Never let it go. So if you're listening, Irene, I make no apologies. Mary, you and Mary got to sort that shit out. Lady.
That feud goes deeper than our love of folk music, even.
It does. But when talking about Andrew and the name Andy and Andrew, I was in. I went to the 2 for Tuesday in Donna 115 this week.
Oh
again.
yeah, very good.
And signed up again. And as you remember, I've been there. It's my third time there. First time I signed up, didn't make the list because they often have like, I don't know what he said at the start. But he said it was something like 30 people or something like that. And I signed up, and I signed up as it asks you, like, when you sign up, it's like a Google sheet that comes up. So you have to go onto this link that's outside the bar. Go on, yes. Questions.
Did you sign up as the end of this story going to be? You signed up as Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Prince Albert
wants to sing a song.
No, but probably a person in the same kind of vein for a lot of the people that were there, and you'll understand why in a second. So signed up to the 2 for Tuesday, 2 songs per person, no more than 10 minutes long of performing, or 2 songs or less, whichever comes first. The format, it doesn't matter actually. The format is not important right now, but the Google sheet comes up and it asks for your handle, whatever, or something. So I put @getfolked. I don't even know if that gets you anywhere, but I just @getfolked. Then it asks for your name, and I was putting down Andrew. I was there with Kyle and I'm fucking throwing out names all fucking left, right, and center here now. I should be a bit more willy-nilly. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna get off. I'm off that one now. Oh no, well, Eric has actually told me I can use his name. He doesn't care either. So.
Yeah.
All right. And,
well, let's just call him Willie and Nilly.
Willie. I was there with Willie and Nilly.
Aliases.
And sign up, and so I had to write down my name, but I was like, should I use Hawk and Twang? Should I use the Nancy Boys? Should I just say my own name? So I ended up going with Andrew C. Not my full name. I just said Andrew C.
Oh man, they definitely thought you were Prince Andrew. So mysterious.
No, but so that was grand. Signed up for whatever, and didn't think much more about it. And then the guy comes on stage, and he announces the lineup for that night. And lo and behold, I made the list. I was the second last performer of 3 sets. So it's like, yeah, it's like the real graveyard shift. Graveyard shift for this. So like when everyone's planning on going home, like, because like what happens at these things, I guess a lot of the time is people wait for their turn. They play their song. I've done it myself. And then you kind of go, right, well, I'm going now. Just like,
yeah. Well, I think that's natural. I know
it's a weeknight.
Yeah.
Now, but you can't stick around and hear like very amazing artists as well. Like there's always a mix of kind of every sort. I don't have any recordings for you now, just to get ahead of that one now before you
You
get
didn't
too
even record
excited.
yourself.
Didn't even record. I was like, I'm not even good company with the lads I'm with then, because once I know I'm doing that, then I'm overthinking the songs. I hadn't decided what I was going to sing. I ended up choosing Fancy and Marley Superior, and but I wasn't even sure of that. And then I would like, because you just have so much time to think of it, and like, you know, you're kind of in a bar as well. It's like it's getting late, and it's like, you can keep whatever drinking or whatever, and it's yeah, it just plays in my mind. So I ended up just picking up the guitar every so often and just kind of going over the songs that I've sang a million times, but just being kind of getting more and more overthinking it a little bit.
Okay.
Anyways, but so he announced the names, and then he also announced that there would be a election party. So stick around after it. There's going to be an election party because because he's American himself. The Mandani, what's the name of the dude that got elected mayor of New York?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Mandani. Am I saying it right?
Mamdani. Yeah, I think it's
Mamdani.
Mamdani.
Mamdani. So there was an election or a party happening there, and I guess Liverpool, Berlin being Berlin, the yeah, I guess a lot of liberals, a lot of people were liking this guy, this Mandani guy. However, it was just about 2 songs into the thing that I realized that, like, huh, I put my name down as Andrew C. And the only guy that everyone hates in this other election is a guy called Andrew Cuomo, spelled
Oh, okay.
Andrew Cuomo. So
Okay.
I had put my name down quite controversially, and then yeah, so the irony of it all was not like, but he didn't use my C, and then of course, like, I waited for my turn for my songs to come along, and the 2 songs I realized I chose were very much kind of like oh, you all have fucking opinions, well, fuck you, kind of. Like, Fancy is
Really?
very much kind of, well, Fancy is very much that way. It's like, uh what's the last verse of Fancy is the mother, uh, in this world there's a lot of self-righteous hypocrites that'll call me bad and criticize my mother for turning me out no matter what little we had, but I ain't had to worry about nothing for nigh on 15 years. I can still hear the desperation in my poor mother voice ringing in my ear. And I think it's like, here's your last chance, Fancy, and let them, blah, 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 whatever it is. But yeah,
Okay.
it feels, and then Marley Superior is also like, it almost felt like I was speaking to the leftist opinionated political group. I was like,
Okay.
in
Okay.
my head, now I was creating a narrative in my mind, I guess, a little
Yeah.
bit, but I still went with it, and it went down extremely well. Actually, remember, I was quite a few episodes back, I was telling you I was playing basketball with some
Mm.
Irish guys, and it turned out one of them was the drummer
Yes.
for Murder Capital,
Yep.
the Irish band Murder Capital. He was there actually. I met him afterwards
No
again, and it was
way.
like, yeah, he was said to me, oh, he was playing basketball with you one day, and he complimented your Morally Superior song very much
Oh,
so. So
very good. Very nice, man. Fuck. Like, I mean, that's yeah. Explain to me then. Did you know when they announced the lineup,
yes.
and obviously some people miss out? Does the bar exit a little bit then? Does some of the people just leave?
No, it's quite packed actually. It always remains packed, I guess, because like the people that are
Really?
performing, but the people that are performing are also bringing like 2 or 3 people each as well.
Mm.
Um, and it's a real mixed bag. Like, it's a real mixed bag of, like, so there was a like we kind of stayed in for the first first 3 or 4 performers, each doing 2. But like, when you catch a kind of performer that's kind of a bit flat, or their songs are a bit weepy or a bit soppy, it can drain the life from you a little bit.
Okay.
Everyone's trying their own. Everyone's into their own shit as well. Like, so, but like, it's grand because you can go out in the street and you can stand. People go outside and sit around, and there's a nice little back bar to it. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't empty out. I would say for my set, it was as empty as it was, but still, that's not empty. That's still, like, I would say probably about 30 or 40 people still knocking around.
Okay. It's a
And
lot.
anyway, yeah. Alexei was there as well. from the gig, the Get Folk gig as well, because he
Yeah.
helps host that event sometimes as well. Oh, and the guy actually that runs it that did a really interesting set where he was called himself the Young Orca or something like that, and he had a full Orca helmet on, and then
Nice.
connected to his arm he had some sort of beats machine, kind of pre-recorded sounds, and he was kind of rapping the Young Orca song. Really good, really wacky, but
Nice.
really good. So it was,
That
yeah,
yeah. I'd say that was a welcome like change of pace, no?
yeah,
Or you know what I mean? Because like I'd say
absolutely, yeah.
most
He
people are
kicked,
guitar. Most people are
yes,
guitar. Like
he kicked off the second set with that. There was a couple of pianists, but mostly guitar. Yeah, I remember trying to make a joke with someone. There was this lady that got up and sang. She was singing very much like she was accompanied by an amazing pianist, and for all intensive purposes, is that the correct way of saying that?
I think it's for
Um,
all like an
intense
intention,
and
intent, and
intensive
purpose. Well, it could be intensive purposes as well. If they're
well, for
intensive,
all of
if the
her
purposes
intent,
aren't,
for
and
all her
she had intensive purposes.
well, her singing was quite intense in the
There you
same way
go.
that Mariah Carey tries to run up and down like the keys and the notes and the ladders of music or
Oh,
whatever that
yeah,
was.
nice,
It
nice.
seemed like she was trying to show off a range, and I don't want to
Okay,
say like she was very good. Or like she was very good. She was good. Um, However, she wasn't Mariah Carey,
okay.
and but she was definitely singing. So there's parts of it where you're like, oh, that's really sweet, and other parts you're like, oh, you didn't make it. And it's not that I'm fucking great or anything like that, but I guess when your whole thing is going to be that you're going to like, I'm going to dance up and down the notes here, and
Hmm.
you're gonna see how great it is. It kind of has to be bang
Oh, I
on.
know. Like it's the phrase I've used on this show before. Your mouth writing checks your body can't cash. It's great. It's a great phrase.
Turns out she wants that mouth to make cash because then she walked down and had a poster which was singing lessons that she
Ah,
gives singing lessons. So I kind of, it was early in the night and I was feeling optimistic. So I said to her as I walked by, that was a really nice set. And she said, oh, thank you very much. I was like, I hope someone didn't hand you that poster with asking you to,
nice,
you should get or voice lessons.
nice
And she
quip,
just,
Andy.
thank you. I thought that too. And she just went, what?
And we all know there's
So,
nothing better than having to explain a
just,
joke. We all know
just
that, especially in a bar.
so I just went, doesn't matter. And she walked down and had a cigarette and went home and didn't stick around for my set. And what else? Yeah, so that was that.
But
Um,
Andy, like you can be proud of that one. That was,
I
and
can
you came up with that like off the
like
cuff.
off the
Do you know
cuff.
what I mean? And
Here's my
the,
podcast number.
yeah, the
Five.
acoustic Andrew C. They call me.
So yeah, but it's interesting these whole things as well. Like because like there was another guy that performed. He performed two covers. He was the first
Mm,
guy that performed, and he wasn't fantastic. And again, this is the
okay.
whole point of this thing is like it's like it's a place to have a go at what you like doing,
Yeah.
and you can be shit, but like we're all shit at some point, and some of us remain shit and stay at the same level of shit for long periods of time. But it's also nice when you go after someone that's shit because then it's like the palate has been cleaned and
Mm,
people are
with
open to
shit,
taste with shit.
which shouldn't work, but somehow it does.
Somehow it does. So he sang his own version of Johnny Cash and I want to say June Carter's song. What's the one they sing together? Is it June Carter?
Yeah, June Carter, and the one I'm
What's
thinking
the
of the
one?
most was "We Got Married in a Fever."
Yeah,
A lemon
yeah,
pepper
yeah.
sprout,
Yes.
baby. Jackson.
Oh well, no, it's not
Is that
Jackson.
Jackson?
Then I
Walk
can't
the
remember.
line.
Whichever. Yes, that's exactly it. Walk the line.
Okay.
He sang that, but he sang it in very off with intent, I think, to sing it off key and just. But like he neither had the he was. Yeah, he neither the voice nor the guitar was signing the checks that his body couldn't cash.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
So anyway, but I didn't get to play after him. I got to play after a really nice guy from Tel Aviv who's a fucking exceptional guitar player. He was just brilliant. I actually got his number afterwards, and we said we'd kind of hook up for a Get Folked session. He seemed kind of interested because he heard my set as well. So we just kind of got chatting afterwards, and I was telling him about the Get Folked thing, and he seemed very keen to join us on it. But of course, because I'm not ready for any of this shit, and I don't have I need to be able to just I need to practice with someone when like just do a cold call of this whole thing of like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, oh, we should hook up. This is how you do it nowadays. Like, because I first thing I did was like, I was like, oh, well, you write your number in, and I opened up a WhatsApp message to myself and got him to write his name into a WhatsApp message to myself, and he sent
Hacker
it.
man. Hacker man, this guy.
So that was the first stage one.
Fucking Neo.
Then we got chatting a bit more, and then he was like, oh, and I told him about the Get Folked thing. I was like, oh yeah, can you actually like put your stuff into my phone? So then he gave me his phone, but then when I went to type, everything was in Hebrew. So I was like, oh shit. So he had to change the Hebrew thing, and I don't even know what kind of service I'm in. Like, I don't know if I'm in Facebook. No, I'm not in Facebook. I'm in something that I don't. It looks like kind of an email, but I think he opened. In my defense, I used a WhatsApp message to myself. It seemed like he opened up the subject of an email for me to type into. Like, so I was typing my details into the subject heading of an email, but it was also typing in backwards because while he changed the Hebrew part, he didn't change the direction of the writing. So everything was being typed backwards.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
that's a perfect storm of. That's a perfect storm of this is not going to happen.
Now, and it hasn't yet. It's been 5 days.
He thinks that subject is your email address.
So,
hi, it's me, Andrew. I host the Get Folked thing.
But you see,
you need
for me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Right now, I'm really drawn to the business card world again now. Like, I know we went down there.
Yeah, it's called the elevator pitch, isn't it? That's what it's called. It's called the elevator pitch.
Oh man, I know what the elevator pitch, but the elevator pitch is like, tell someone in your ID and the amount of time it takes you to ride an elevator to somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to work on my elevator pitch. I just need to work out how to give someone my number, man. It's not about a pitch at all.
You have to explain what it is. You have to explain why you're giving them the number. Hi, here's
I can
my
do
number.
that. That's no problem. I do all the things. I do all, like I'm all ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for bed. We're ready to get into bed together. We're down to no clothes whatsoever.
And then, don't lead with that, Andy. Don't fucking lead with that. Just talk about hot water bottles.
In the metaphorical sense.
Talk about metaphorical hot water bottles then, and just like cozy blankets. So I won't talk about being metaphorically naked with a person.
Anyway, the problem with me is I just
silk pajamas.
I struggle to just close the deal with a number. I get everything up to the point, and it's even taking out my phone, I fucking hate it. Like, because I'm kind of averse to my own phone anyway. Yeah, it disengages you. So it's like, let's connect on this. So it wouldn't be great, I think. But I feel like can the business card world come back? Is it dead and buried?
I still think a good business card, like Jean-Claude Van Man, is the best business card I've ever been given by the moving guy, Jean-Claude Van Man, and his name. He had the picture of. I'm sure this was illegal, but he had a picture of Jean-Claude Van Damme on a van.
What was the name of the guy who does the shit, who removes the shit from the pipes as well? What was his slogan?
That's Septic Eddie. You dump it, we pump it. That's another top tier slogan. He doesn't even need to get into the elevator pitch. You can just shout that from across the lobby as the elevator doors close and you're going up to take a shit in like the 12th store. Story.
Anyway, I think I'm just going to start writing my number and Get Folked on just pieces of paper now.
Be careful.
Just having them in my wallet.
Be careful
No?
there now, because you're like, I think don't religious zealots do that kind of shit, and like
Okay.
crazy people just handing out, the Lord cometh, fucking Sam, blah blah blah, and hand that to people. I mean, so give them a bit more context. Like a bit, like I suppose you had the context there because you were in the Two for Tuesday situation, and you were singing songs and all the rest. So nobody's going to mistake you for like an evangelical kind of crazy person. But it did, you did. I loved the quip you came up with to your one. I thought it was a great line, saying, "I hope somebody didn't give you that singing lessons." Ha 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 ha. Like, I liked that. But I see what you mean. It kind of maybe diverted some of the energy. Because she'd say what, but bringing out the phone, I hate it as well, because sometimes you might not be 100% accurate with your code to unlock the phone, and even that, then you have to type it again, and it's such a pain in the ass. Like, the phones are just a pain in that hole. So you think I think a business card.
Okay, we're back. I think we probably still have a few with the old email address and everything on it. What still says Nancy
God,
Boys?
what's the old email address?
www.nancy-boys the-nancy-boys.com.
Hyphen, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
At
Hyphen.
AOL.com.
Oh no, we got the .com around that. It's probably, I'm sure that's been snapped up now since we didn't keep it going.
Best of luck to them.
Yeah.
Best of luck to them. That's all I say. That's I wish him well with that one.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be worth money. Shit. Well, let's not worry about it just yet. Well done though. You're really getting out there, man. I'm jealous of that, and well done. Do you have the gig coming up this week actually?
No, that was
is that happening?
That was I actually wrote to someone about that. They said to me, "Oh, I haven't listened to the latest episode of the podcast. Yeah, did you announce the new gig, the dates and the new gig?" And I kind of said, "Yeah, I did, but don't listen to that podcast because it's changed since last Sunday."
Okay. Right.
No, we're not performing now. This Wednesday, we are actually performing on the 30th of November, the day of Shane McGowan's death. We were performing on Sunday, the 30th of November in in Posh Teckle. So yeah, nice. 30th of November. We just time wise, because one of the lads is doing another performance in a orchestra, so he was under pressure with that, and we hadn't met up enough. So we're meeting up instead of playing this Wednesday. We're going to meet up this Wednesday, and going to do some delegation of jobs, and one of those jobs being organizing practice sessions. Because it's not been a roaring success under my watch, but I feel like I'm in charge of finding acts to join us on stage, and charming all the young men and women of Berlin, seducing them, if you will. And
I would say that's seducing them. Yeah, seducing them to follow you to an undisclosed location at an as yet undisclosed date, and getting them to agree to that. That's not nothing.
It's not.
Just with your voice. So.
Come with me,
like the Pied Piper of Hamlet.
Mm-hmm. So no gig this week. It'll be 21 days, 3 weeks to the day. So that weekend we'll probably have to crank out an early podcast that weekend. Might not.
What a novel approach that would be for us.
How's your week been?
Not last minute. That's good. That's good, because we are currently recording this mere moments before it needs to go live, which is the way we like it. Let's be honest. That's how we roll. How's my week been? My week has just been nothing but working. So working, and I'm tired after it. I'll be honest. I'm quite tired, and we could have recorded
working
last
today
night
as well.
No, I wasn't working today, but I was hanging out with the childer today, and it was nice. That was really cool. And but I feel like I don't have the energy level after coming off of shift to, like, although we did it, like, it was really cool. We set up a tennis net in the yard just to get them to play tennis with each other, which is fun. And Do you know just all this shit that you do that you remember doing as a kid? Uh, I mean, I'll be honest. The court, the net, nothing is regulation height, width, or anything at all. So I don't know what way that's gonna. They can't make any of their stats official. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the games, but I think they enjoyed it all the same. And what else then? No, it's been a mad week. It's just been a crazy week, and but enjoyable. You know the way when you're kind of going the whole time and you kind of enjoy it as well. It's kind of been like that. So yeah, it's been nice. And then my phone gave up, which is always so annoying. It's so annoying when your phone just stops working. So I think I'll need to invest in another piece of hardware for it. It's also annoying, but anyway, it's been a very boring week, and I wish I had more music stuff for you, man. But it's good. Tomorrow now I get to kind of sit down and work on more music, which is such I really enjoy doing these days. It's been hard to find a day, just the way the days are falling. But I'm looking forward to getting back to playing though. You know, I'm not doing much playing. I'm just doing a lot of writing, and that it's not the same. Like I think the practice thing, I'll be very rusty when it comes to playing. You know what I mean?
Are you just talking about playing in general as well, not necessarily your own stuff, but just getting back into sessions and
Well, like I think playing my own stuff would probably be fine, but it's just even playing with a group of people, like playing with other people. You know, the way you guys are getting together and practicing. I don't. I'd be lost nearly, like trying to play with other people now.
I say that, but you're a fine man as well. I was at a gig on Friday night,
Oh
and
yeah,
I went to remember Paul the Paul what did he
yeah,
call himself? Paul. So he has a couple of projects on the go, and this particular one he was playing was called the Paul Pilot. Let me look it up here now. Paul
yeah.
Wilkinson.
We've spoken about Paul Pilot on the
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
before. Very
exactly. Yeah,
talented guy,
and
really
he
talented
he
guy.
had he had a thing called the Paul Pilot Sumtet. Basically, Paul is trying to. He's just a gifted musician and a super nice person,
Mm.
and he's pretty much trying to like I think because he's also a kind of person that's too modest to kind of say that he's doing something and it's not his he is not the core of what's happening. He's merely a part, a cog in the wheel of this musical thing, whereas I don't think he gives himself enough credit,
Yeah,
or he tries not to. He tries to deflect all this. So, and I don't think he listens to the podcast, so I'm going to say this about him anyway. But he is absolutely gifted, and he is the glue, the foundations of all this thing. So he had a session on in what's called the Keats Raum down in Merringdam. You will know this building, but to others, there is a building in this. Merringdam is a place in Berlin. It's an area in Berlin. It's very famous for having a kebab place called Mustafa's, which is always has a queue, which is now no longer a standalone stand. Yeah, I don't know if you know that, but it's housed in a building. But it used to be kind of a kiosk type thing, and would always have a queue that would be about a 25-minute, 30-minute queue to get a kebab. The kebabs were
totally.
excellent. As I get
Uh,
older, I'm just not arsed queuing that long anymore
yeah,
for anything.
I do feel like they were worth it. When I was doing it, I felt like I ate and they were worth it. But I probably wouldn't queue for that
No.
anymore
And my
either.
problem is when I queue that long, I'll buy two of whatever I'm getting, and then I just feel sick afterwards. You're not. I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm just glutton. I've
And by the
glutted
time,
enough.
look,
This
you run the risk as well of being very cranky by the time you get to the top of that queue. Like I do anyway.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So and well, always watching out for jumpers. People that are
That
fucking
stresses me out.
just trying to mesh in there. And the young people are, and I guess I was myself when back in the day. But as I get older as well, I have no tolerance for
Hmm.
people that are just trying to nuzzle their way into my spot.
Say
The
hello to a
chicken's running
friend.
low. Yeah, yeah.
Oh hey, we haven't seen you in ages. Fuck out of
The
there.
fuck out of
Talk
here.
with your mouth full when you both have a kebab. Get out of here.
But so I was down in this place. Anyway, that's Merringdam. So go to Berlin, go to Merringdam, try out Mustafa's. There's also a Curryverse 36, which we have spoken about in previous episodes.
Don't
Still
try
haven't
that
eaten. Still haven't eaten there. Bought some Curryverse
because
36 sausages in the shop actually and brought them home. They were fine. I thought that was give my kids that experience.
okay.
Um, that's not a McDonald's burger. I said this line recently, just a little bit like I don't, you know where that quote comes from? That's not a McDonald's burger, no. From Eddie
No,
Murphy Raw, like
no.
Eddie Murphy's stand up stand up thing, like way back in like I think it was 80s. He did it. He has a stand up called Raw. Now it does not stand the test, the tests of time. It is totally out of sync with modern day kind of social norms and things like that. But I guess when you sit back and watch it and try to put your, you kind of have to have a smile and go, "Fuck, we were laughing at a lot of shit." Um, yeah, because shit was just funny. But anyways, he has this part in it where he's like, parents wanted to bring him to McDonald's, or he wanted to go to McDonald's, and his mom would be going like, kind of like, you don't need McDonald's. McDonald's bullshit. Like, I'm going to bring you home. I'm going to make you a McDonald's burger. I'm going to. And so he talks about the mom getting like onions and mince and smashing it all together and getting an egg and breaking it up and smashing and smushing all that together and slapping it down into a flat burger, putting it on the frying pan. Grease is spitting everywhere. She puts it on a Bundy, and it's like, there's your burger. And he just kind of listens. He's like, that's not a McDonald's burger. Because it just looks like a piece of shit on the thing. But that's the whole point, is when I try to make currywurst 36 sausages at home, it's like something either Pauline said to me or Mac. He's just, that's not a McDonald's burger. It's nice. My kids have all these little quotes from movies that they've never seen or stuff like that. Another one is like, I'm joking, from what's that? So I think you should leave.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of the guy that wrote that? Ken Robinson. I was going to say
Tim.
That's
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. Anyway, I'm joking. Sorry. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Two things you should watch, everybody. Watch Eddie Murphy's Raw, but remember, it is very, very non-PC. And Tim Robinson. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, where the gig was. So we went down to Marion. Oh yeah, this is where Friday night. Friday just gone. So I am actually wrecked as well, but I guess mine wrecked is a little less work related and more kind of.
It's nice though.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. I had to do my taxes yesterday for taxes for 2020. Oh God. Jesus Christ, the most depressing fucking, oh God, I hate taxes so much. I get so fucking stressed out. So stressed
When
out.
you'd nearly rather the government does them and takes an extra tenner off you or something.
Jesus,
do you know what
Christ.
I mean? Yeah. They just do them and just go, look, you're going to take it anyway. Just save me the fucking depression.
Yeah,
think,
I'm in some sort of double tax loophole bullshit. I don't know what I'm in right now for my sins. So I'm
double tax.
Somehow got 2 tax numbers, but only have one place to file them. But I've got threats of up to 25 grand if I don't do my taxes. It's like, I don't make 25 grand. What the fuck? How are you going to find the... Anyway, I think I'm working my way through it. I've got my people on it. Me. Just my fingers are my people. Merrington. Anyway, go there for a visit.
Yeah.
Have a currywurst or a kebab. And as you are munching on your kebab, continue walking down and you'll see this this building that looks like Disney's palace meets the border walls of fucking Mordor. It's just a very weird building they decided to build in Merringdam that's going to be the finance amt. Yeah, it's like it's an office building, but it looks like a castle, but not a castle. But it looks like a fortress, but it's not a fortress. It's just a weird ass building. Would you agree?
Yeah, it looks like Las Vegas, like something you'd see in Las Vegas, like an impersonation of a castle.
Yes,
like that's designed to look benign.
It's just the worst
but
looking thing.
Also looks like a castle.
And completely stands alone by itself. It's like it's a massive thing, and then either side of it is like a kind of a warehouse that's like the equivalent of a fucking Tesco to one side of it, and kebab places to the other side. So it's just it's just
this castle is not tying the fucking square together or anything like that. It's not the missing linchpin in like the architectural sense or like that. No, it's just a really weird building, and I like it.
So
But that's
that
where the
being said,
liking stops, because
that's
once you go in there.
but
Anyway.
turns out behind that building, there is this huge complex of old kind of, like I guess kind of old workshops and things like. I guess what was there before they decided to build this beautiful palace in front of it, which was just all these kind of buildings that were used by local Berliners for like. There's like a big workshop there for metalwork and woodwork, and then there's this place called the Keats Room, which is just this massive function room, beautiful function room. You walk into it, again, just a classic Berlin thing. You walk in, it's like, we don't have a bar. Please bring your own beers. So I saw that. I was like, oh, awesome. I love these bars that are just like,
Mm.
So I go back on, go to the Späti, bring in your beers. And then it's a massive room. It's all got pillars running all the way through it. The roof is almost like it's all brickwork on the roof, but the way it's structured, it almost has the feel like it's a circus tent. You know, the way
Okay.
like the poles would push up on the tent, and it would
Yeah.
cause a kind of convex concave kind of feeling. And each time the pole goes up, it creates this up down kind of feeling,
Mm.
that's all curved, because the natural fall of the curtain or the tent would be making a curve shape. But that's all done in brickwork, and all the way. So it's about 20 or 30, I would say 30 meters wide, two pillars in the middle, and then all two pillars going another set of pillars about 10 meters apart. No, 10 meters, 10, 15. Oh, I'm trying to think of it, 20 by 30. But 30 foot wide. Sorry, not 30 meters. Jesus Christ, that would
Okay.
be massive. 30 foot. 30 foot wide. I'm going to bring you into the old, whatever system this is. What's feet and inches? What do we call that system?
Imperial system.
Yeah. I'm going to bring, sorry, all you. It's actually, we're pretty much an only European audience. Anyway, you'll have to deal with the imperial system again.
Well, we can add on an addendum to this episode where we go through
Conversions Can't
from
just
imperial
make
to metric. I think that would really get the listenership.
yeah.
Up.
There's just
They'd love that.
yeah. I'll do a whole other episode on it straight after this on the imperial system, the history of it. I've got a book somewhere. Got a book.
How many feet in the yard? How many yards in a mile?
Oh,
Start with that.
anyway, my dad
go on.
here would be fucking raging.
Yeah. Intellectual
direction.
boner.
You would. Just let me convert some kilometers to meters.
Oh, I've got a rhyme. I've
Kilometers
even got a
to
rhyme to help you
miles.
remember. A handy rhyme. I don't know. I know there is one, definitely.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, behind that is this place called the Keats Room, beautiful room, and so I went there. Gig was starting at 8, and I just arrived at the front door and met Paul and the band coming out, and they were like, "Yeah, we're just going to grab something to eat. Won't start till about 8:30." So I went off walking with them, and there was a guy playing who I hadn't met before. Alex was his name, and he was drumming with them for the first time. They'd never, and this is kind of Paul's thing, is like, they're very they can't really practice so much what they do, because so much of what they do is just kind of just building off each other's sounds and what they're doing. And Paul was playing an electric guitar, and I forgot to ask him for looks like a piano, but it's too small for a piano, but looks really old and awesome.
Okay.
That's how I describe what he was playing. And then the drummer who I was talking to, he
Same
said he's
thing.
like
Looks like a set of drums, but it's just way smaller. It looks really cool. I don't know what that is. Bongos.
just little pots
Sorry.
and pans. And, no, he was playing drums. But as I was walking and talking with them, he was saying like, oh yeah, he actually hasn't played drums before. And then we got chatting bits and pieces, and he hasn't played drums before.
The drummer?
He was like, well, the drummer. And then he said like, oh, but I haven't, then he said, well, I played drums in a band when I was 12 years old and stuff like that. And then it took me and I was kind of just whatever. I heard this, and we were having a bit of a joke about just like not knowing how to play anything or whatever, and being on stage or whatever, and how I was going to join the band as well. But then as we were walking back to the thing, I was like, oh wait, I remember the people I'm with now. These are people that say like, I don't play drums, but I understand every single fucking facet of musical fucking nuance. So like, got up on stage, and there was the drummer Paul. There was a guy playing a guitar and a concertina. So Paul and Philip was his name. They play a guitar each one of them, acoustic, Paul electric. Paul was playing his piano thingy. Philip was playing his concertina, his acoustic guitar, like kind of Spanishy guitar kind of thing, and also had some sort of synthy machines in front of him. I'm going to just call them all synthy machines.
I
And then there was a
think
bass player.
I think the words machine and thingy I think will serve us well in this.
Yeah.
This
So I think
description.
that's
Good.
as far as I'm going to take it. And then there was a bass player, and he had lots of synthy thingies in front of him as well.
Cool.
And they played like a 1 hour set of just the most amazing music. It was just so beautiful. As you know from that kind of live podcast we did once here in Berlin, they just kind of jam together very, very nicely. I mean
Yeah.
that in both the literal sense and the and how you would imagine jamming together.
Literal jam.
Just, if you can imagine,
Literal
just the
jam.
way jam, just like if you pour jam into a jar, it'll just
Yeah. Jam.
connect.
Like,
It'll
what can
jam.
it do? What else can it do? It can only
Born
jam.
to jam. Born to jam.
B to J. BJ.
So they played like very, very almost emotional at times, like and it's so sweet because like they're playing away, and like the drummer, he's not playing drums with, like, he's using the back of the drumsticks to kind of just create these very, very faint taps that are not in time at all, but fucking are in time, and they're fading in and fading out what they're doing. Paul is just like doing something fucking really wild on the guitar, but not that wild as well. Just seems very kind of simple what he's doing, but like they're just kind of, I don't know, they're so in tune with each other and what they're doing, and they're picking up kind of odd instruments. Like one stage, like Paul had like his beer bottle and he was using it as a slide, like to make the slide guitar thing, and and a lot of kind of looking around at each other, and the weird kind of, or the funny little smiles that you give each other as someone's kind of going in a different direction here, but they're like kind of, oh yeah, I like that, I'll jam off that, and they just have the musical understanding to be able to vibe off each other with that. So it was just like they played 3 songs in total, each song about 15-20 minutes long.
Wow.
Maybe I'll have a little recording of it next week. I might ask Paul if we can take a recording of him. He has a couple of gigs coming up again. He's gigging a little bit around Germany a bit now, just kind of different projects, because I think he's known a lot of musicians his whole life, and I think he's kind of reconnecting with them now as well, and kind of getting back into the playing, kind of similar to what you're saying there now, as in like he's been working on music, I think, for a long time, and now he kind of wants to get back into playing it a little bit more. But what was really nice is, and the setting then was like, so they were like in this building, with its brickwork and its kind of feeling of circus big top tent kind of feeling. It's about 30 foot wide and it's rectangular, so it's 30 foot wide, 100 feet long, and they were positioned about halfway down it. There's a whole full stage set up there, beautiful lighting, all, everything you need for a live concert, and just a couple of seats then put in front of them. I'd say there was about 30 or 40 people watching, and there was a lady in front of me, and she, well, no, actually, no, I didn't know this at the point. When I walked in, I noticed there was a small Jack Russell Terrier dog, kind of floating about the place, and then I sat down, and I sat down on a chair and was just watching the gig or whatever. And then the dog just came up to me and just kind of like, so you just kind of pet the dog, whatever. And the dog's delighted to get the bit of attention. Just kind of whatever, tapped his head and was like, good dog, good dog. And then he moseyed off on by himself. But like very, very confident little Jack does. Like very, very cool to have this kind of dog. Wandered around through everyone in the audience, then took it upon himself to go under the stage and just disappeared under the stage at one point, and then reappeared on the stage, just working his way through the drums and all the wires and everything that were just, but the lads were just kind of, it was amazing. Because, it was very entertaining. You could see the lads on stage smiling at it because it was quite a funny experience. I don't know what was going through their head. I don't know if part of them was thinking, I hope that dog doesn't piss on the drum kit, because it did look at one point like it was considering like making this his. And dogs, no matter how well trained they are, they want to own shit. They don't want to share shit.
No.
And
No.
But it turns out the lady right in front of me was the dog owner. And everyone was smiling as the dog was running through it. So she decided she needed to get the dog back. So her method to do it was to go,
Oh no.
and she started barking
Oh no. During the gig.
during the gig. Well, not two barks, just one bark, like that. And in fairness, the dog stopped, turned around, and walked back to her when it heard the
No
woof.
way.
Swear to God. She got the dog up, put the dog up on the chair, dog sat down, chilled out for about 20 minutes. Then about 20 minutes later, the dog, there was, I think, whatever, the lads had finished their first or second song, and the dog got back down, and she was kind of just whatever. She wasn't paying attention. And the dog went wandering off again. They were playing again. Next thing, the dog was back on stage, and here she goes again. Like literally like that. I think I have a recording of it. Like I will pull it out just because I was so close to her. I was like, I have to try and remember where this bark is. So it's just like, and she barked again, and the dog kind of fucking immediately turned. I was like, you have figured out how to talk to your dog through just the bark. It was quite funny. But anyways,
that was definitely part of the performance. I think Paul, she was a plant by Paul there.
Absolutely.
Just to add this performative aspect
classic.
to it.
Yeah. That's him all
Very
over. Though. It's like the attention to detail. That's what he's got. Like with Jack Russell Terriers and the whatnots. But
it's so
really cool.
Yeah, that sounds very nice. For everything from the setting and the whole lot. Like, I'm always so impressed with people who can just sit in and play together. And I think I've said this before many times. Like, it's just even the thoughts of it intimidates me.
Yeah, the jamming sessions are pretty epic.
Yeah,
and I wish I could sit on them too. But I think the ones like I think I enjoy Paul's ones. I've been at a couple here in Berlin where it just like especially a kind of Latin American. It seems to repeat when it's not. Some of them are brilliant, and some of them seem to just be a loop. With a slight change to something, and which I completely get as well. People are just enjoying jamming as much as I would enjoy when we kind of get into kind of a thing where everyone's doing their bit for like something like I don't know, Dancing in the Moonlight, where everyone is going to do their own little kind of solo part. It's nice to just repeatedly play the same thing over and over again. But I think there's just something very unique about the way Paul does it and the way those guys do it. I would love to see him again.
Do you know? Do you know? Can people catch his stuff online anywhere?
Not sure if he has much online. What this was under the name was the Paul Pilot Sumtet. I'm not sure if that is anywhere. It was a big poster, but whether it's that is somewhere where you can find him or not, I don't know. But I'll ask him. Okay. I'll ask him if there's a place where he wants to. But like he said himself, it's he didn't seem overly confident in what he was going to be playing that night because he tends to just kind of vibe it out. I think they have like a kind of a basic structure where they're like, yeah, this is what we'll start with and see where we end up. But they've never played with this drummer before. Like that's the kind of thing like they'll do. Like is just like get up there and play with a drummer that they haven't. And we'll do it in front of everyone else. But I've all just
go on. Sorry,
I was just going to say there's levels to this shit.
Okay,
and he's on a different level. Did you find stuff on him?
I googled the Paul Pilot Sumtet. The AI came back with the query: Paul Pilot Sumtet likely refers to Paul Tibbets, the pilot who flew the Enola Gay and dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima in World War II. Fucking AI. We're supposed to be afraid of this shit. Fuck that.
Well, I looked up the-nancy-boys.com. Turns out that doesn't exist anymore. So nobody snapped that baby up yet.
It's probably trading on the fucking stock exchange. That's what's happening there. They took it offline because it's trading so high.
But I also went to the underscore because I couldn't remember if it was underscore Nancy underscore boys. But then I found it's a performance act, a pair of, it seems like two people, the Nancy Boys, getting to the bottom of it. Don't know if that's supposed to be a kind of Mystery detectives. All folks who like lively adventure stories packed with mystery and action will want to see
Oh, sure.
every
Nancy Drew.
improvised mystery starring husband duo Nick and Justin Condon as Frank and Joe Nancy.
Ah, yeah.
Sons of famous American
Oh,
detective the
okay.
Nancy. They're the sons of the Nancy boys.
Nancy boys, okay.
Oh, the Nancy boys were a real life
Yeah, they
thing,
were
weren't
the
they?
Nancy boys. Yeah. Yeah, they were a detective duo.
These guys are doing all right for themselves. They're got won the 2019 official selection for the Baltimore Improv Festival. A lot of official selections. It seems like they're not that I am here to judge anyone's website.
We're just more of a kind of a fringe thing, Andy. That's the thing. We're not going to be in any official selections. You know, that's more mainstream. That's too much.
Official
But to be fair,
selection.
they were quick off the
2019
mark
seemed
with
to be
the. They were quick off. They were quick off the mark with the website. I will give them that. You know, let's call a spade there.
They've got a lot of they've got some stuff there. We'll have them on. We'll have them on.
But anyway, but Paul Pilot. Let's get back to Paul Pilot, who did not drop the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima. He's just a very, very, very talented musician. And if I can find something, I'd like to put it in the show notes. If we have something, I'd like to put it in the show notes. A SoundCloud, Paul Pilot stuff. Yeah, I think I found him on SoundCloud. Most of the Google searches are returning actual pilots called Paul. So just be wary if you're Googling there, people. He's a very talented person, but I'm not aware of any pilot's license.
I am unaware. If he has kept it hidden from me.
I'm sure he could. I'm sure he could fly a plane though if he wanted to.
Well, if you've seen him on the stage, you'd let him fly the plane. Let that man fly the plane. But we have a real pilot here. So he is Paul Pilot.
Don't you know
let
who that
him
is?
fly the plane. You know what you're dealing with there. And we're dead. So in terms of this week and plans, I don't know what I'm planning on getting out and about, I guess, to a bit more music this week, but nothing major planned. I think I was writing to you earlier on. I'm loving your music at the moment. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of some of your recordings. And so I'm kind of trying to stay focused on that, even though I have the kind of this Pogues thing coming up, and I kind of drifting into learning a few Pogues. I've never actually even. It's funny when you actually sit down to read the words, like Sally McLennan, like how I've never. There's some parts of songs that you've kind of just made up for yourself. Do you do that much? Are you pretty good? No, you would always look up the lyrics of what you'd sing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'd want to be fucking insane to do that. Do you do that?
I realized I was doing it for Sally McLennan. that there was some parts that I was just like, oh, that's what we're saying. Okay, because I've gone to just many concerts and just been like,
that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah, but so yeah, looking up a bit of that and looking up a bit of your music, and hopefully we'll be able to play a little bit and get put more meat on the Hawk and Twang Nancy boys. Bone. I actually told someone our name was the Darlings of Germ Theory.
Right.
Got a nice reaction, I thought.
Yeah,
I thought it got a reaction.
Cool, it's got a cool kick-ass name, man. That's why you got a cool reaction.
I think exactly. Yeah. I think it took a step back and just like interest. You know, it's not confusing like Hawking Twang can be.
No. It's not like it couldn't be confused with a bad Google search.
It's just like
this is just a cool name.
So I think we need to get back into the laboratory. We need to mix up more potion.
I'm going to break the piggy bank and buy another URL. Smash that piggy bank open.
You anything to promote in the last 30 seconds of this podcast?
The last 30 seconds. No, sure. I'm like the guy. I'm like the guy who's going. I'm banging on doors and I'm working on deals. And I'm like not like showing anything. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm the guy who's just a grifter completely. Just saying, I'm doing stuff, guys. Trust me, I'm doing stuff. It's all going to come out. I'm
the guy selling the wares of the grifter. So I'm out there selling your wares.
You're doing a good job.
To anyone that will listen. Well, I'm doing all right. Listen, man, have a lovely week. And to you all out there, we'll get ready for the 30th. Book the babysitter now because you need to.
They're hard to come by.
Sunday night. Sunday night. It's not. We're question marks in our house today about who's going to come out on a Sunday night. Might have to do an earlier gig or something like that, just to
Like Sunday
make people
matinee
feel
kind
like
of
they'll
thing.
have a bit of the evening, because people like their Sunday nights. I like my Sunday nights. We got to stop
Yeah.
doing this on Sunday nights.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anyways.
Sunday nights are nice. I
Yeah.
mean, we've ruined each other's Sunday nights now by recording
Yep,
this on Sunday.
Absolutely. I know. Well, listen. It's not my fault, Your Honor. It's not my fault. Goodbye.